It's 7 a.m. on the Saturday of the event, and as a person who works second shift, my body really hates me right now. All right, I'm packed up. I'm getting ready to head out to the rendezvous point so I can meet up with everybody. I'm not going to be the one that's driving to Indianapolis, but we're heading out to the joint event. It's both Flophouse Wrestling and Ruthless Pro Wrestling. So it's going to be about 8 hours of professional wrestling today between two organizations. And I imagine it's going to be awesome. Had fun at every Ruthless Pro Wrestling event we've been to thus far. And unfortunately, we missed Boot 'em Up, which I found was unfortunate because Sage Phillips picked up his first win. Our boy Matthias Thrasher won the Dabski Invitational Trophy, and sounds like we missed some great matches like Mickey Knuckles and Randy West. So hopefully we get to make up with that with all these events that are planned for today. A lot of matches. Had a few people unfortunately pull out of the event, such as Akira and Tommy Vendetta, but with professional wrestling, that stuff happens, so it's understandable, and the organizations are always doing the best that they can to put on a great show. So we still have the surprise that I saw was a name I haven't seen in a while. I haven't seen him in a number of years, but Schwartzy is going to take on the Marion Fontaine. And I still have in my little portfolio that I started with wrestling memorabilia that I've collected through events. I am a member of the Mustache Mafia. I got that card-carrying member since Resolution 5 that was held in the Cleveland area. So that was a callback to PWO/Prime Wrestling there. So that's going to be great. And not only is Schwartzy taking on Marion Fontaine, but also the Sage Phillips. So becoming a big fan of Sage Phillips, so hopefully he keeps at it, and hopefully he sees some success in his career. But there's definitely a lot to look forward to. So I'm going to get on the road so we can get this going. And it's wet right now, but it isn't raining at the moment. So let's hope that it stays that way for the duration of the day here. So we showed up to the park that the event was originally scheduled for to find out that they moved the event. So we're gonna go to this address that's about 5 miles away from here, and hope we have better luck this time. Made it to the new venue just fine. They're taking some precautions and making sure that the ring is going to be dry for the safety of the wrestlers. So we're all good for right now. We just need to play the waiting game and wait for the event to start. definitely my first indie show with a steel cage match. There's 2 of them tonight, and the only cage match I've ever seen live in person was at a house show in Toledo where Shane McMahon took on Kane. And yeah, that was the feud where Kane electrocuted Shane McMahon's testicles with a car battery. So I'm expecting that these ones are going to go a lot better today. We were on the road from 7 a.m. Saturday until 2 a.m. Sunday, so I didn't film anything upon returning home, but I'm here a day later to say the Flophouse and Ruthless Pro Wrestling event was a lot of fun. I can't say I've ever come close to watching approximately 8 hours of live professional wrestling, but it was by far worth the trip to Indianapolis. The Schwartzy vs. Marion Fontaine match for Flophouse absolutely delivered, and I got to see the Bitcoin Boys wrestle for the first time after hearing a lot about them online. They successfully defended the tag titles against Original Sins, and they showed me my first ever high spot done off a tree. We've had a lot of fun watching Hoodfoot at a couple of the past RPW events, and he put on a great match against champion Jordan Dye. Lord Crew vs. Zodiac was probably the sleeper match of the Flophouse event, as it was very entertaining and both wrestlers put on a fantastic show. Lord Crew even double dipped into the RPW show, and he was probably one of our favorite wrestlers that we haven't been able to see live yet. The cage was put up for the Flophouse main event, which saw what was billed as the final match for Justin Pilgrim. It was a very violent match, and both the Carver and Justin Pilgrim gave it their all. We wish Justin Pilgrim well in his future. The cage remained for the entirety of the RPW show, actually, and Percy Drews and Cole Radrick did some wild moves off of it in their matches with Mitch Hewitt and Zach Thomas, respectively. We got to see Neil Diamond Cutter again as he went nuts with the light tubes against fan favorite Randy West. We also got to see 2 title defenses with the intense Justin Kyle defeating Hardway Heater and Dale Patricks retaining the Deathmatch Championship against John Wayne Murdoch. The Deathmatch Championship was especially wild as it was an escape-only cage match with weapons available around the ring. It was a great show overall, and all the wrestlers involved worked hard to put on the show. It was a great road trip with friends with stops for delicious food, and it's always nice to visit Indianapolis. RPW will return to Michigan in August, and it looks like they will be inside the Lambertville VFW Hall, which has brought hot crowds in the past. If you want to see more from RPW, there is a selection of free matches available to view on the YouTube channel RPW Productions, and the events are also made available on IWTV. You can also check this YouTube channel for highlights from May's Ruthless Consequences event. RPW has run a strong year of events, and I hope it is able to keep its momentum to showcase the talented wrestlers of the tri-state area.